just first and foremost, wow, what an amazing event here at the Poland Shooting Center, the skirmish.
Hmm.
And I mean, Maggie, wouldn't you think it was kind of like a preparation for, I guess, the upcoming regional match for the most part, or at least give you a taste of what it was? Um, I kind of want to back up a little bit just to let people know all the hoops that we had to jump through just to get here.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. You know how we had to kind of switch into soldier couple mode, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, just a quick backstory. Myself and my wife Maggie, we both got out of the service. I don't know what, 2 years ago, two
Yeah.
and a half years
2021
ago.
for me, and then you retired in 2024.
Yep. And then we ended up in Austria, in Vienna, out of all places.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, it's just been kind of an uphill battle since we've been there. But being there, there's
Yeah.
been a lot of things that have presented themselves to where it gave us a purpose to be there. I mean, so, without me like, spitting on the mic too much, I want to definitely get your take on that.
Hmm.
But I don't know, Maggie, fill us in last 2.5 years, and then we'll let everybody know how we got here and how the last 2.5 weeks was.
I don't want to go into too many details, but the last 2 years, I would say, after you retired from
Yep.
from the army, and then I was still trying to figure out my identity after serving in the Marines for 12 years. I was trying to find an identity somewhere else, and I think for me, because I lost, I noticed in the military that everything's about merit, like
Yeah.
awards, approval, position, and also trying to get validation from your superiors, your peers. So when
Yeah.
you leave that type of environment where you receive that all the time, it sucks because now who's gonna keep you accountable? So now it's up to
Hmm.
you as an individual to keep yourself accountable, whether it's through physical fitness, your mental health, your family.
Hmm.
And so for me, I did go down a pretty rough identity crisis, is the best way I can explain it. And you saw me go through a lot of
Yeah, I was right by your side on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you were, and I just like
Mhm.
didn't really see that at the time because um, I was just living inside my head.
Yeah.
But I think what I was really missing was having uh, the question is like, hey, what is my purpose, and what actually do I enjoy doing, that I know I'm pretty good at,
Hmm.
and that I I can easily answer that question. Even looking back to my childhood, I've always loved sports, challenges,
Hmm.
fitness challenges, and always trying to just try something new that looks challenging.
Yeah.
So, fast forward, we get ready for your retirement in 2024,
Hmm.
and by then, I decided to go and study psychology in Webster University, which is an American university in Vienna, Austria. So just go learn about why am I the way that I am? How can I help other people as well that are struggling, that don't know how to put a finger to what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis,
Hmm.
right? So for me, mental health became a bit of like, okay, that's my purpose. I
Yeah.
want I want to first understand our complex minds, because we're very complex human beings, whether people know it or not. But we can also, through our trials and tribulations, we can connect with others and share our testimony.
Yeah.
For us, it's our faith, right,
Hmm.
with Jesus Christ. But we can connect with others, and I find that connection.
Hmm.
Fast forward, uh, that spark really sparked a light as soon as we started to make the decision of, hey, do we want to compete in the tactical games?
Yeah. Of course.
So I think that's kind of
Yeah.
you know
I mean, it's been, quite the journey because when I got out, I took the job at Black Trident and it was just full throttle, bit of a culture difference, but also you also see the industry and
mm,
you see like the really good people in the industry, and then you also can kind of see some of the negative stuff and how people get really wrapped up into it, and I can see where some of the toxicity comes. But that, I mean, for the most part, there's really good people that all they want to do is put the right stuff in, people's hands, right? But a lot of those people in the industry, they're also searching for like these groups. They're still looking like to be a part of a family somewhere, you know. So when they go to like these parties or whatever at Shot Show, and then it's over the next day, and it's just like, yeah, you were there, but what they look for and what they appreciate is intimate moments and really getting to know people. I mean, and they're out there searching for that, and
Right.
that to me is like what I learned. Yeah, the product's one thing because everybody's making, you know, guns and stuff, but it's more about the people behind, the guns, the gear, and all that stuff that really
Hmm.
makes it something. So yeah, I left Black Trident and now starting this, newer company, Canon Ops, in conjunction, working kind of like forming this legion of a bunch of companies right there in Austria to basically support and build a community or the lack of, or just to bring it, to a lot of the civilians and stuff and people in Vienna. And lo and behold, the Tactical Games Europe. I mean, I found out that these guys were doing the Tactical Games last year. You guys ran the first one. And yeah, I was just so happy. And of course, Poland, because it's like, the mecca of, shooting ranges and stuff. But that was like a breath of fresh air because it's like, okay, not trying to compete, but how do we support that? How do we
Hmm.
build a community here in Vienna? Because there's people that want to do it, and you just provide that place for them, right?
Right.
So they can come here and do that. So it's been a nut roll because we got out of the house, left the job, started to do company, sold the house back in the states, moving into another house here, building a company at the moment, and just going through all the trials and tribulations, and all in a different language, you know. And it seems like a lot of things are against you sometimes, and then you also see that a lot of things are for you, right?
Right.
And then you really see like who the good people are, and quite honestly, I mean, you guys have been, I would say, putting you guys high up on that tier level. Just the hospitality that you guys have shown. I mean, it's like straight up being back in America. I mean, coming here, and it's been awesome. Yeah, so about 2.5 weeks ago, we decided to do that. Let you know, you came down and surprise visit, saw basically what goes on inside of my head, and what I want to bring to people. And yeah, so we talked to you and crash course, and we kind of went into soldier mode, and it was therapeutic. It
It
really
really
was.
was.
And next thing you know, it's like we were just locked in, the way we're, talking and hurry up, learn this, let's go. We got in late last night. It's like, hey, get the rifle. Yeah, the zero's like this. Okay, yeah, take a couple shots and like, let's go. It reminded me of being a new guy on a team because no one cares about the new guy. It's just like, hey, hurry up and get all your stuff. But
Mm.
I was actually like happy with that, and it felt good. And watching you do what you did today, like the first time even shooting an LPVO, and like what you did today, I mean, it's pretty humbling, especially as your husband. It's pretty amazing. Uh, yeah, I mean, talking about like the stages, for me, I thought it was awesome because you got to experience like, the stress test, like what it's like. You're under stress, you're trying to control your breathing. Sometimes your mind starts drifting, like, what's this guy doing, And all you have to remember is just focus on the task at hand, right? And then when you have that chance to make that shot, get control of yourself, take the shot. Hey, if you pull it, whatever, learn from it, but don't think about it. Move on to the next thing. And I know that's what you went through. I didn't even get a chance to go run around and see how you're doing until the sandbag thing. But yeah, I think it was awesome. I think by today, I mean, out of all the stages, very professionally ran. By the way, wow. I mean, you showed up, the safety briefs, like everything that was going on with, you know, I knew where I had to be. I knew what the load was, and it was just like clockwork. And I would say my favorite stage was the rope one, although I did not shoot good at all at the 200 meters. But hey, sometimes you show up, your partner forces like, here's this weapon, figure it out. And yeah, I had to eat the humble pie on that one a little bit, but I really liked the rope climb and running around because I thought the apparatus was super cool. The first one I didn't really like that much just because it was the first one. Um, but I mean, I think they were all kind of
The
they were
first
all
one's
cool.
definitely always like a.
Yeah, what'd you think, Maggie?
Which was your first stage actually?
It was the concept stage.
For me, it was the trenches.
The trenches.
And I
Oh,
was like,
how was that? Was that just like
I
whoa
as soon as I saw, I heard
holdovers? Oh yeah.
when I heard the instruction of like basically putting the rifle shotgun style is how we that's how we refer it in the Marines. You basically take out the bolt,
Yeah.
the or the slide, and the
Hmm.
um,
Charging
charging
handle.
handle.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then they're like, yeah, it's gonna go in this box. And it just was like, I need to go back to like what my
Hmm.
NCOs would tell me, brilliance in the basics. You need to know how to
Yeah.
put your rifle together, break it down, clean
Yeah.
it. So I was going down memory lane, and it was fun, but it was like the pressure's on.
Yeah.
But I like that. It was a pretty good stage. I actually didn't get to complete it, but because it was just like a lot for me going on.
Oh yeah.
But it actually woke me up. It was like a nice
Hmm.
warm up to say, hey,
Yeah.
just go out there, have fun, and remember the basics.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was the thing. It's like I knew I can't be by you. Hey, do this, do that. Oh yeah, like move the gun. Blah blah blah. The thing is, just go figure it out. You know enough to do it safely,
mhm.
right? And then learn by mouth open, fire hose in, and yeah, and that's essentially what happened for you today. And I think you swallowed it pretty good, but yeah, I mean, I think it was an amazing match today. It made me super hungry inside. It got that competitive edge out, and I know it was
Likewise.
doing it for you. And this is like one of the things that we are missing as a ex-military couple. We need that. We like punishing the flesh, I guess. It goes back to what, some of the things that we talk about. It's like, hey, for me, I don't care how old you are, or people out there thinking about, doing this match, get up, get off your ass, get to the gym and just start moving stuff and just come. That's all I can say. You will be more happy with yourself after you complete it. Even if you like come out here and DQ the very first stage, but you showed up and you did it. And there's credit. Don't get me wrong, when you show up, everybody's judging everybody. It's the not, oh hey, how you doing, buddy? But secretly inside you're like, all right, I can take this guy. Like that's just what happens. But you need that, because look at the world today. It's like, are you a wolf or are you a sheep, or are you the sheepdog? Uh,
Yeah.
and I think there's this healthiness about it to an extent, because
For me, it's the community aspect
absolutely all
because
these dudes here are super cool.
if you think about it too, for those that are
Hmm.
planning to get out of the military, or whoever's listening, it doesn't matter what country, because
Yeah,
everybody, or if you're leaving a job you've been working for years, you're gonna feel that like lack of community and connection again. And
absolutely.
we thrive through community. Like today was big time. What made
Hmm.
for me, I guess, everything seemed just like precious was like, wow, this is a badass community that
Oh yeah.
you know the Poland Shooting Center has put together,
Yeah.
and definitely want to come back here. Like
Yeah.
it just left that print. Like, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
already
coming back.
thinking, how do we get a timeshare? You
How
know
do we
what I
bring
mean?
people
Like,
over here?
yeah. I mean, 100% sustain, not only for our relationship, I would say, because it's something that we can both enjoy. Then, like, hey, babe, what do you want to do tonight for the date? Yeah, let's clean some guns or go for a zero, Like, why not? That's the coolest date ever. But I also have a feeling it's going to be super expensive in the long run. But I would 100% say that this is an amazing thing. I'm proud to have done it with you for the first time.
Likewise.
Um, yeah, that's just the last thing that we did together, honestly, a couple months ago, we got baptized together, and that was like pretty crazy. And you know, like we're super strong believers in faith, and it's also a big credit to like why we're here at the moment, because there were so many times we just wanted to give up and go back to the States and, you know, I don't know, work at Home Depot or something.
Home
Yeah.
Depot.
But I mean, it's a tough world out there, man. But if you find your niche, you remain around good people, you're gonna be okay. And I'll tell you where a lot of good people hang out. It's at the tactical games,
It's definitely at the
100%.
tactical games.
This community, and it's not because okay, if you didn't serve or anything, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you come here with a good attitude and put your ego out there with the range flag, you know what I mean, and enjoy it.
And the
That's
support too, and also for the women, because it's could be an
oh yeah.
intimidating sport. It's definitely something to allow women to not only develop their confidence, but you're
Mhm.
also kind of getting this support that you probably wouldn't really receive out there in society, because I mean that's unfortunately how it kind of is. Even in the serving in the military, women are a bit we're a bit hard on each other. It could be a little bit also intimidating,
Yeah.
you know. But here it's I met some awesome chicks from
Oh
different
yeah.
countries, France, Czech. It was just great overall.
Yep.
Greece, you know, and you will probably meet people that you would be able to call friends later down the road, and just have making
Absolutely.
those connections as well.
Yeah, I definitely made two solid additional friends today. And I would say for all the guys out there saying, "Yeah, I'm too old, I'm too broke." No, no. I, if people are out there saying that, you need to just restate that statement. Just show up because I mean, I'm old, I'm broke. But the thing is like when you're out here with these people, it brings your mind back like 10 more years. And once you have like that positive mindset, the mind tells the stupid bag of bones is like, hey, we can do another like a couple more repetitions, and now you've just became stronger by doing that. So
Right.
it's all a mindset, man. And 100%, this place is a solid place to embrace it. um yeah, closing remarks. I mean, Maggie, I'll let you go on, wrap it up from your end, and then I'll throw something at it.
Okay. I
Tactical games.
tactical
What's
games.
up, Poland?
If you're thinking about it, you know, trying to try going to the tactical games, definitely focus on getting a coach from the strength and conditioning side to really learn about how to move your body
Mhm.
through different types of patterns, movements, endurance. Like it's just good to have that strength and conditioning foundation first and foremost, because it's also good to know the basics of strength of how your body moves. So learning the basic 7 foundational movements, and then second, focusing on your marksmanship skills, getting taking courses that will um, first of all teach you the basics as well, but you're able to develop, you know, as a shooter, how to use a rifle, how to use a pistol, using different types of scopes, you know, and optics. Like all of this, it all adds up, especially if you're moving and transitioning through different weapon systems as well. It can be overwhelming. So, you know, learning about getting a coach for like a shooting instructor. And I know the tactical games offers in the U.S. I know that they offer this type of training, but
Hmm.
Europe, I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah, I mean, we're just now scratching, but I know
Yeah.
these guys probably have all that stuff.
And then I would also recommend learning about nutrition and hydration, because these are long days that you're going to be outside. There could be a lot of sun exposure. So, you know, wearing the proper clothing attire, being mindful of your hydration. A lot of people sweat different rates. So knowing like maybe how much electrolytes you need to put back in the body and things of that nature is that made
Hmm.
if I didn't know that how to strategically plan for that, I think I'd be pretty gassed out by the end of the day, but I feel pretty good right now.
Yeah,
So that's what I would suggest.
yeah, yeah. I mean, closing remarks from my end. I mean, the thing is if you're thinking about it, stop thinking about it and just do it. Um, if it's like, it, I will say it is probably expensive to get into, but you don't have to go all in, buying pistols and rifles, and you can rent all that stuff here, to kind of ease, just getting your feet wet with, trying this thing out. But I would say if you're thinking about it, just do it. Just do it. I mean, there's so many videos on YouTube and all these different people, um, talking about their experience in the games. Yeah, give it a look, but at the end of the day, just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
Oh, and if
Yeah.
and if you're ever in Poland as well, don't forget to get some KFC.
Yeah. And Kentucky Fried Chicken. Eat lots of chicken and pick up sandbags. That's all I got to do. Yeah. Yeah, that it's really easy. Yeah, but thank you very much, fellas. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Awesome.